Spider-Man is back in the MCU, y'all. Spider-Man is back in the MCU, y'all. Joe, did you hear the great news? Oh, yeah. I forgot. Joe's at TwitchCon. Without me. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to call him. Joe, did you hear Spider-Man is back in the MCU? Yeah. Send me your reaction. Bye.
What's up, guys? We're at TwitchCon and we just heard the news. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
That's where he belongs. Oh, over there, over here. Yeah, he's back with Marvel, guys. Oh man, great news for all of those who were hoping that somehow mommy and daddy would stop fighting. Sony and Marvel have stopped fighting and they've come to terms, and it's hilarious. Tom Holland, actually, of everybody, had the best response. He posted it on his Instagram. I have to show it to you. Check it out. IGN showed up here. Here we go.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not f***ing leaving.
Yeah! He's back! He ain't going nowhere! He's not leaving!
The show goes on!
The show goes on. Perfectly executed Instagram response. Tom, get a damn Twitter. Oh, man, guys, it's great news. And basically what it says here in the news article is that Marvel Studios and President Kevin Feige will produce the film starring Tom Holland, which has a release date already. And they are really pushing this. July 16th. 2021, and Spider-Man will also appear in a future MCU film as arranged with the partnerships. Amy Pascal, producers on the previous two, will be producing that third one, and I hope they manage to get the director of Far From Home, because that was freaking great. Now, where exactly they're going to use him for in the crossovers? Well, what's great is they could talk about him, and they can, they doesn't have to be this awkward break between them, and it's like this stuff didn't exist or this stuff didn't happen.
I'm feeling about Spider-Man gratitude and joy.
Basically, we've made 5 great movies. It's been 5 amazing years. I've had the time of my life. Who knows what the future holds?
It did happen. In fact, here you go. The new Spider-Man movie has a release date, and it puts it right here in the Marvel Phase 4 timeline. We've got Black Widow, Falcon Winter Soldier, Eternals, Shang-Chi, WandaVision, Loki right here. Basically full-blown Disney Plus service going on. Then the Doctor Strange sequel right before Spidey, and bam, right away we're going to get Spidey. And then I think in the What If series, it's got like 2 different stories in the What If series, I think. And then we get Hawkeye and Thor, and it's just fantastic. Now, I think they're probably going to keep him for the actual Avengers, or like basically whatever the next evolution of the Avengers phase is, be it, the end game of the next one, whether it's Secret Wars or some other completely different cosmic thread, Galactus or something, I don't know. But that's probably what they'll save Spider-Man for, and kind of doing it on a film-by-film basis. But I'm so happy that both of these partners could come back together. Now, what are the planned details? Now, nitty-gritty details aren't really out there, but I think basically Sony has agreed to terms, and instead of like 5%, they're getting like 25%, I think what it is, sharing in the box office revenue. They are splitting the costs of the film, and they are allowing Marvel to have that character integrated in. Now, what I hope, and what they really haven't, laid out exactly is, are we going to see Tom Holland go go into Sony's universe with Venom and Carnage? And the answer has to be yes. There is no way Sony will come back to the table and get these things done if Marvel didn't say, okay, well, if he's, Sony didn't say, well, if he's in your universe, we also have to use him for our universe because we're pushing ahead with our films. They got Venom 2 coming out, though I don't think they'll integrate him right away into Venom 2. I really want him to be in Venom 2, and I think that's the smart move, but they're probably going to try to generate and milk as much money out of their Venom franchise as possible, and so they'll end up teasing Spider-Man at the end of Venom 2 just to get that hype just completely at a fever pitch before Venom 3, where that might be the full integration of Tom Holland's character into that universe with Carnage, or maybe by then Venom 2 may have taken care of Carnage. I would rather see Spider-Man fight Carnage in cooperation with Venom and sort of butt heads and have that fun relationship they've had from the comics. You guys let me know if you think that's the best plan. And I think it is. And how they're going to explain how Tom Holland Spider-Man is in Venom without the Avengers, you know, coming in and saving the day against Carnage. They can explain it the way all the other films have explained it. The Avengers are busy, or this is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not quite at that threat level of the Avengers. I don't know. Or they could go the multiverse route. That would be an interesting route as well. But just great freaking news. An epic win. As I do an epic fail all the time, I get angry rants about these things. This is an epic win. Now, some of you are saying, no, Joe, this was planned from the start. This is all a PR stunt. No, I actually think that these two companies initially could not come to terms, you know, and that they really did for a month have went their separate ways with potential to return to the table. Now, I do think that they use the audience and the fans as the bargaining chip by leaking that out in the public and putting it out there in the public during the first negotiations that broke down to try to get the fans to back either Sony or Disney and create factions. And I think that actually helped. Our pushback actually helped, and it sort of got them to, you know, come to the table, and it goes all the way up to the people in charge, the CEOs, the producers, CEO over there in Japan at Sony, and then the CEOs over here in the United States with regards to Marvel and Disney. Finally got it done, and this is great news. So Tom Holland gets his third film, Spider-Man returns home, right? Something with home. It was Homecoming, and then Far From Home. Now ain't gonna get no home, but then now he's back home, and then totally gonna get home, right? I don't know what they're gonna name the third film and what they could do as far as a villain. Now, as far as Spider-Man's third film, now I also don't think that Marvel is going to then use Venom and Carnage. I don't think Sony was like, hey, whoa, you know. So I don't think he's gonna meet, you know, Venom and Carnage in that film. It'll probably be something relatively boring sounding. But you know, Marvel and Kevin, these guys, the creative teams, know and love and respect Spider-Man. So I think even if they choose a kind of a boring character, some of the rumors right now are like Kraven, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Mysterio's not really dead. You know, he's a subterfuge and illusion. But no, they wouldn't repeat the same villain. So I don't know. Whatever villain it ends up being, I think, you know, Marvel has the writing talent and the film talent in order to still make it interesting. And then maybe we'll see that come to fruition towards the end of Venom 2, and then Venom 3 is kind of where that's going on. And who knows if this continues to succeed, if they continue to make money together, you would think they'd continue to get greedier and greedier and fight more and more. But maybe they might be, you know, level-headed and be like, okay, well, now we can have Tom Hardy come in, and we can have Woody Harrelson come in as Carnage into the MCU for Phase 6 and shit. I don't know. Secret Wars, or how they're going to handle that, because Venom already has a symbiote in Secret Wars. Peter Parker gets the symbiote. I don't know. Guys, it's just great news. I wanted to celebrate and make a video and give some, you know, credit where credit is due. As an epic win, Spider-Man is back where he belongs, at least for now and for a little bit. And Tom Holland gets to continue playing the character. Great freaking news. He's one of us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. I think Joe will be back in a few days, so thank you guys, and see you then.